Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing another mic'd up gym sesh and I'm going to take you through my favourite leg day, especially for those glute gains. This is the day. This is the day. So I'm actually test driving the new Define one piece, and I must say I like these winning. I don't know, there's something about like little thumb, I don't even know what they're called, but I don't know, there's just something so nice about it. But it's completely backless as well, which is just so cool. So I'm hoping my videos look nice and cool today. You know what they say about a new gym fit? It means we're going to lift heavy. It means we're going to lift heavy. But yeah, we are starting off warming up my legs with some seated hamstring curls and then going on to all the fun stuff. So I'm going to take you guys through all of that and just have some chats along the way. So yeah, let's go get training. Seated hamstring curl. I use this to warm up my hamstrings to begin with. Still do it like a normal set, like I don't do it any lighter, but it's more of like an activation tool just to get my hamstrings firing and like ready for the heavy session. And when I do this through all of my lifts, the same pattern. I do hard on the concentric, pause, and then slow it as I release myself back out. That just really helps keep the tension on the muscle, and then that tension obviously creates more stimulus means more growth. So that is why I structure it that way round. If you were training for, say, power, you would train a bit differently, but because I'm training for like aesthetics, I'm doing things in a hypertrophy range, as that is like the best range for muscle growth. Obviously, like everything's different. Like you have like the on paper hypertrophy ranges, but they end up being a bit different. So it depends on your body as well. But yeah, warming up with my seated hamstring curls. I also really push myself into the pad just to help brace and lock my hips down into the seat. If you have a seat belt, it's a great exercise to use a seat belt with. It just keeps your hips back and down and in position, so then you're really utilizing those hamstrings and that's all you're using. Also got my intra stack with me today. So in this I've got my creatine, I've got orange flavored EAAs, and then I also have berry flavored carbs. Because today is my high day, I have 40 grams of carbs in here, and you can find the link to all of this in the description on Full Bore Sports, and if you use the code Katie, that gets you a discount as well. So have a little look at that, because this has got to be like my favorite drink at the minute. Like it's just so nice, and it's not got like that weird aftertaste. I used to find with like some supplements I'd get like an aftertaste after it, but I don't get that with this at all. So yeah, highly recommend that. Go check it out. The link will be in below, so you can have a little look. And then yeah, so I just drink this throughout my workout and then go on to water once it's done and go from there. So yeah, anyway, seated hamstring curls. Let's get going. I've said it before and I'll say it again, but that glute kickback machine is my all-time favorite. That is my ride or die. It is so good. Like I just never have any issues with it. It's always great. So yeah, after my kickbacks, I always go onto my hip thrusts. I've done my warm-up set already. Going on to doing my top set now. I always like doing a warm-up set. I literally only do like 4 reps, but I just find like, one, it means I do less working sets, which I've actually noticed a lot of growth from that. Doing minimal working sets only works though if you're training with proper intensity, and that comes with time. If you're someone who's not used to training with intensity, like true intensity, it is better off to do maybe 3 or 4 working sets just to get that same volume. But if you've trained for a long time and you can train with intensity effectively and with proper form, then I would recommend doing a warm-up set and 2 working sets, just as that means like you're fresher, you're recovering from it, you're hitting them targets and you're progressing and you're giving yourself that room for recovery. But that comes, again, that comes with time and it comes with practice. You need to like learn to train with intensity, because if you're like not ready and you train really intensely, that is often how injuries occur. Because if you're pushing yourself to like maximal limits like that, but your form might be slightly off, or you might compensate towards your last few reps, that is when you're going to injure yourself. But once you have learned all of that and you have all the proper techniques under wraps and you understand your body and you understand how to train effectively with high intensity, then that is when you can really become effective with it, and you can drop them working sets down and you're still getting that same training volume due to the intensity. I've noticed such a big difference with my like growth just from that, and I think it's mainly because I've got that recovery time. Because I've always been one to train quite intensely, and then I thought like I'm quite lucky in the fact of like who I'm friends with, and like my circle of people are very big gym goers. So there is no such thing as a light gym day. I've always been used to having incredibly intense training sessions, and that's just been the norm. And I never thought I trained that intensely until I like would take some other people on my training days and they were like, oh my god. So I think that was like a bit of an eye-opener for me. But I do think like intensity is one of them big things to really, it's really worth learning to do properly. And that is when a coach also comes into play, because they will know whether you're training with appropriate intensity for your current level or not. And then they can say, no, come on, you had more in you than that. Or I think that's good, let's work on there until we progress. Because obviously you don't want to cause yourself injury. We're working out to be healthier. We don't want to injure ourselves in the process, because that would be counterproductive. So I think it is really beneficial having a coach just as that like second pair of eyes to be like, push harder, pull back, form tweaks, this, that, anything like that. And I do think it is very worthwhile and very beneficial. Like it has lots, and also it takes the stress out of it for you, because you can just do what they're saying, you can work together, and you're not having to second guess yourself all the time to get to your goals. You know, you can just go, okay, this is what I want to achieve, you get me there, I will do what you tell me to do, and that is that. And yeah, I do think it is a worthwhile investment, definitely, especially if you have like some big goals in mind, like a weight loss or a competition or anything like that. I would highly recommend getting a coach, and getting a coach that you work well with, because it is always a two-way street. Like you've got to give to them as much as they give back, and you've got to gel together, because it is a very personal thing, training, and you have to have someone that understands like your life to be able to make effective plans for you. So yeah, that is one thing I would recommend. Anyway, going on to my top set of my hip thrusts. I don't do heavy hip thrusts in the scheme of things. I really don't. But I think that's because I've like always focused so much on my form, because I find my glutes quite difficult to activate. So I've always been very conscious of my form when I do them, and to really get that glute activation. And I've really gotten to a good place with them. And I'd much rather have a set that I felt like was effective rather than a set that was really heavy, because I know which one's going to grow my glutes, and it's not going to be the one that's with the biggest number. So I go for how it feels over the number I'm lifting. onto my set of RDLs. I think I'm going to be doing slightly lighter today, just as all of my exercises so far, like I've been down a few reps than last time I did this workout, and I think that's because it's my first day of my time of the month, and as girlies know, some people actually get really strong when they come on. I do not. I get weak. I get weak and tired, and like I just know I'm not going to be able to hit my usual weight. So I'm just going to go I'm going to do my warm up, and then I'm going to go for 90 and see how that feels. But yeah, that's like the thing, right? When you're a female, you've got to take in like, over the month of training each week, your body's going to react differently to training, which is why it's like a bit more difficult for us females. We've got to keep on track of things, like our hormones and balance like play a massive part on our training, and like a lot more than we think. Like a lot of the time we put it down to having a shit day, but it's probably just like our hormone levels. And it is a bit jarring sometimes, but as much as we have troughs, we also have peaks, and we have times where we're like super strong, and it's great and love life. So yeah, so I'm just taking today as it comes, trying my best and not getting mad at myself if my reps are down, just taking it as a win. If it feels good, it feels good, that's all that matters. And I'm looking forward to my Cocoa Pops after my workout. That's gonna be nice. So yeah, while I'm stood up, I thought I'd show you the back of the new set. I love that it's like got the big scoop cut out. You can actually see my tattoo, which is so cute. Normally I can't show it off because like the top's in the way of it. So no, I absolutely love this. I don't know how I'll find it when it starts getting really hot and I need to be doing cardio, just because I'm already quite warm in it and I don't want to make it like really sweaty. So it might be like one where I bring like cardio clothes, because I'm starting prep on Monday, which is really exciting. I can't wait. I've been like looking forward to this for what feels like forever, but I don't want to rush. Like I didn't want to rush getting into prep because I knew it'd be one of them things where like it'd be over before I knew it. So I was like making the most of my growth phase, making the most of like, I did a mini cut and then I was like pushing my calories back up. So I was making the most of that because I was like, no point in rushing something when it didn't need to be rushed. But that's being said, I am really, really looking forward to starting it and like starting the countdown to show day. I cannot wait. I feel like it's gonna go so fast. Like last time it went a lot faster than I expected. So I'm just gonna like enjoy each day. But yeah, I can't remember what my main point was to that, my prep starting on Monday. Oh, cardio, yeah. So because prep starting on Monday, my cardio is likely gonna starting to get longer and longer. So I'm only doing 20 minutes at the minute, which is nothing. But by the time I'm doing like 40 minutes an hour, I know I'm gonna be getting hot. So I need to have like a change of clothes, i.e. minimal sports bra, minimal shorts, just because I get so hot whenever I'm on the stepper. I do not understand how people do it in like joggers or a jumper. That will never be me. I get far too hot. I need to be in a little sports bra and my shorts and then have a shower afterwards because it's just too much. And I also always need to have my hair in a bun, which my hairdresser always tells me off for because it's literally making me bald. But well, needs must. And if I feel my hair touch my back while I'm on the stepper, actually like sends me loopy. I can't stand it. So I'm gonna need to figure a way to tie my hair up without making myself bald. So if anybody has any suggestions, they would be much appreciated. Anyway, I'm gonna warm up, get some weight on the bar, and we're gonna get going. just finished my split squats. Had to sit down and give myself a minute. Bit annoying, I can normally like get up on my last rep, but for both of those sets, I like got halfway up and body just said that was enough. Said no more, no more. That is also why like I always split squat with a bench. We do have one of them roll things here, but when I fail, it's normally because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So I like to have a bench so then I can just immediately sit down rather than having to sit on the floor. But I think that's just because I like to train split squats a little hard. Like I literally, that's great. I don't even have pre-workouts. That's just pure tremors. Love life. Oh my God, like I actually feel like I need a minute. Jesus. Yeah, I did 28s again. I was going to go for 30s this week, but because everything else was down, I thought it's probably a smart idea to not do that, and I'm kind of glad I decided not to, because I didn't get any extra reps on that weight, so upping it would have been pointless because I didn't even manage to progress on the weight that I was doing. So get my knee sleeves off. Oh. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes, and like I know with prep, like I'm not going to start prep and immediately not be able to lift as heavy, so I've got plenty of time to progress through my prep and get my 30s. I reckon in the next few weeks I'll be moving the 30s, which I'll be very, very happy with, so fingers crossed for that, because that'll be like a big all-time PB. Like I've been aiming for that for a little while now. I remember when I first started doing 40 and I was like, oh my God, I've got 40s, and now like my back offset is 40, which is crazy because that used to be like major top set for me. So yeah, it's just nice sometimes like to look at what I've progressed on strength wise and stuff. So that is why I quite enjoy these exercises, because I get like a sense of achievement from them, from like doing them, and then when I do progress, it's like, yay, progressed that, love life. But yeah, I've only got calf raises after this, and then I'm going to do some posing. I'm going to jump in the studio because I had a lesson the other day with Charlotte, and she's just incredible. Like she's honestly like helped me so much. So I want to really work on all the tips she gave me, just so I don't like forget. And I'm going to send her a video over so she can let me know what she thinks. Did lots of work on my walk. I'm very happy with my walk now. I do think I want to get some new shoes, but that's going to have to be like a treat myself purchase when I have some monies, because unfortunately the shoes aren't cheap, but they are pretty, so that's what matters. So yeah, because I think that'll help my walk a bit, because my shoes have like a rounded end rather than a flat end, and I think that's why like I'm struggling a little bit. So, but it still doesn't mean I can't practice, so I'm going to practice as much as possible and get that all locked in with plenty of time before I'm going to be on stage, so I can really like get everything locked in, so I can present myself to like the best of my ability. So yeah, so I'll show you guys a few videos of me doing that. I'm going to skip showing you, actually will I show you the calf raises? I'll see how I feel. Sometimes I think they're a bit boring because it's just calf raises, but I'll see. But yeah, I feel recovered now, so I should probably go and get on with it. That is it for today's leg day. If you want to get some serious booty gains, then I suggest you try this leg day out and let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And as always, if you want any tips, if you want any help, just drop something in the comments or follow me on Instagram and drop me a message over there, because I'm always happy to help. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Like, that is my favorite leg day. I just find it so good. So I'm up in the studio doing some posing practice now. So I'm going to take you guys through a little bit of that, because I don't think I've actually shown any posing on my channel. And this is just the perfect outfit for it. Like, I just feel so slinky. I don't know, it just feels bomb. It does. Got my heels on, sparkly heels, ready to go. So I'll show you guys a few rounds. I'll probably be up here a little while practicing. You can get a bit lost while practicing posing. Like, I just love it. I love it so much. So yeah, I'll take you guys through a couple rounds, and yeah, I'll see you soon.